Hello, my name is George Kuo and this is my IPC Sound project. Today I've chosen the Listen to Sounds Travel Underwater experiment, and the materials I have is this tub of water. These two are used to make sound, a water bottle, and something to cut the water bottle. Now I will go ahead to cut the water bottle. For this experiment, I'm going to cut the bottom of the water bottle. Now that I'm done cutting the water bottle, I won't be needing the cap either. So having this water bottle, we will now move ahead and try this. So now I will start the experiment. I will have my father help me make sounds underwater while I listen to it. Okay, so I'm gonna place my ear up to the water bottle to listen to sounds underwater. Wow, okay, so the results are I'm able to hear the sounds that he is making underwater pretty clearly. So how does this experiment relate to pitch and frequency? Well, in this experiment, the frequency cannot change because in different mediums we have different wave speeds. Instead of the frequency changing in a wave speed, it's actually the wavelength. So for example, if I were to get more than two objects to make different sound with different pitches, then it would be possible for me to change the pitch. Also, when I was preparing this experiment, I used a metal tub instead of a plastic one. I found out that different levels of water can change the pitch while I tapped on the tub. So this way of changing the frequency allows the pitch to actually change, but however, in this experiment, having only one way to make sound and a certain amount of water, I'm not able to change the frequency and pitch, and that's why the frequency and pitch will stay the same. So how does amplitude, intensity, and loudness have to do with this experiment? Well, loudness is our perception of intensity, and intensity is the amount of energy that passes through a certain area in a specific amount of time. Intensity can be changed by a change in amplitude. So by changing the amplitude and changing the intensity, we can change the loudness. So basically, intensity and the amplitude are usually changed by energy. In our case, kinetic energy. So if I get my father here to use more force and more kinetic energy to make the objects sound, then I will hear a louder sound because there will be a higher intensity. So, okay. Yeah, so that was quieter. So by using less kinetic energy, there is a less intensity, having a quieter sound. So in this experiment, this is how I use kinetic energy to possibly change the amplitude, intensity, and our perception of intensity, which would be loudness. So by using more kinetic energy and force, I have changed the loudness. How does wave speed have to do with this project? Well, I think wave speed has a lot to do with this project because it involves a different medium than we usually hear. As we know, sound is a mechanical wave that requires a medium to pass through. And also, we know that sound passes through solids and liquids, has a higher speed passing through solids and liquids than it has passing through gases. So by listening underwater, I am able to hear the sound, and supposedly it goes to my ear faster. And as we know, with different mediums, there are different wave speeds. And especially, as I said earlier, wave speed, when the wave speed changes from gas to liquid, we can have a change in the wavelength and not the frequency. And as I mentioned earlier, this experiment specifically has to do with wave speed because it involves using a different medium. And using this liquid medium, I'm able to supposedly hear the sound from the area that the sound is coming from faster. liquid has a faster wave speed than gases for sound to pass through. And that's how wave speed has to do with this project. In conclusion, I think my experiment went well and was a success. So thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.